Hello everybody, welcome back to Amnesia for the Dark Descent. I believe in the last episode I need to use a jar of acid against the lock. We're doing no good. Okay. That's doing okay. Here's a slightly good condition. I have to go here actually. I could just climb out. Oh, there's a bit less on it. Idiot doesn't gonna follow me, I fucking hate it.
So you used the drain sewers as a means of transport?
Yes, they were built to divert water from an underground spring and are quite spacious. It seemed only natural to incorporate it into the overall structure.
But we weren't using it.
Not today. The flow is seasonal, and when the spring runs dry, the damp tunnels produce a rather poisonous type of fungi. There is an antidote, of course, but we won't be bothering with it today. Come, this way instead. We're almost there.
Finally, late. I forgot I had that on. Give me a second, I'm gonna do something. I help stop the echo.
After the prison level, some light is needed, and that is what we want to give the player right now. We also wanted to have an environment that did not look like anything else the player has seen so far. When the player has endured the dark and gloomy dungeon levels, we wanted to give some sort of award for coming so far, and this level is supposed to be that award. The sound of water is also found quite soothing for most people, so we wanted them to relax, calm down. Only to be more acceptable for scares later on, of course.
No, that's not enough fun, isn't it? Damaged. Broken pipe is blocking all of that, however, it got somewhat damaged by the impact. Aha! Okay, that's pretty cool.
I figured I add a little something about the commentary, why it is in the game and how we did it. As you probably have noticed by now, the quality of the recordings are a bit different. We tried our best, but as we do not have an office, everyone had to care for their own voice recording and make do with the equipment that they have. For me as a sound artist and for Mikko and Tapio, this was not really much of a problem. We all got our sound gear to rely on. But for the rest, they really had to work to make the best out of their chat microphones. They even got a checklist of things to do, such as put a sock on the microphone and what angle towards the microphone to speak at. The reason as to why we did the commentary to begin with was that when we were working on Amnesia, we started taking pre-orders of the game, and we put up a meter on the website saying that if we got 2,000 pre-orders, we would add a commentary to the game. I suppose you know the answer to the question if we met that goal or not.
Alright, first thing to drain that water. Reference I to just to that, that's no shit for period. Spooky. Second action, for example.
This level consists of 3 parts of a puzzle. For each part you complete, you get 1 step closer to getting the machinery running. It does not matter which order you do it in, so you can complete the level as you like. When I scripted this level, I made a basic function for completing a puzzle. Then I added some specific tweaks to each puzzle to make them unique, and then finally a grand version of a complete puzzle function to make it really noticeable when you finished all 3 of them. I got surprised when several testers said that it was not clear as to when they completed the whole level. That on the first puzzle it was really nice, but that on the second and third puzzle they did not really notice that they had accomplished something successfully. As I was about to start working on this, I noticed something really strange. I had, for testing purposes, made it so that when completing the first puzzle you would get the grand puzzle completion function, which meant that the first puzzle had a big bang of events, while the other 2 would only have the minor small puzzle completion events. It had been like this since I finished the level, so no one had never experienced the actual sequence of events meant to take place. This type of bugs are pretty nice to fix, because you only fix your own stupid mistake, and then all is done.
I don't know, I'm guessing it's but yeah, I seriously moved out of the way. It works. Annoying, but it works. Elections of January 1799. The work I have put into this machine is unequal by reason of any man. As though the generations of men have passed away since I first attempted to reconstruct the design is most tiring. Imitations of spoiled have been incredibly difficult. It has forced me to build a thing almost 100 times larger than the delicate contraption it tries to emulate. Not to mention the flow of tamed lightning crudely replaced by processed steam pushing its way through the pipes and turbines. It seems to think that what the inventor would have thought of my monster. Where he works with a magnifying glass to carefully fix all the parts, I pushed 5 men to erect a tower of wrought iron in the hope it will even have the tiniest hint of power find in a traveller's locket. This is useful for something I don't know what. Ooh, smile, let's do something. But the pipes, I don't know what to use them for. The fuck? Okay. Trying to launch it, it's funny. Let's go to units. It's tolerance is high enough that I can actually fit to it. I don't know what the bumps are useful for. How's that power? What fuck? Back of my mind because it's worried there's enemies are gonna spawn in. That's my main worries so far. Okay. So
Daniel? Is that you? What are you doing?
oh god, that's actually kind of scary now. I must have literally getting freaked out. I don't even know if this is going to be the last episode or not. I don't know how much progress I still need to make. That's done, right? What's it doing? That's done. There's one more pipe somewhere. So let's go out to it. Some pipe somewhere. a turbo on. These are meant to be in the water. This is meant to be right on this. Reverse step. It's relatively high. Oh yeah, there's another. She's kind of confusing me, to be honest. This needs to be the lowest. This needs to be the second highest. It looks more or less the same, right? Yeah, that looks about right. Cross-reference this one, moving it. Yeah, it looks about right. I'm not 100% sure on that, to be fair, but... This is meant to be up. Stuck in this position, so I assume not. This is activated then, just haven't realised it. Let's have a look. The purpose of the inner sanctum has always been to study the orbs and find a way to force them to use their power. However, he was still aware of this. However, he was still unaware of this. Both were dangerous. I could put oil in my phone. I just realised wooden cranking machine, so something like that. Repair machine powered Eastern Bridge. Okay. red tape bursts from the walls are begun to move. Rather and fears, but it began to consume the commissioner. We're getting near the end, but something really serious about.
This map is all about themes, and the action the player does are meant to reflect what happens in the diary.
The spring.
Yes, it enables me to control the water in the drain sewers to some extent. Also, it can be used for all sorts of purposes.
Like for drinking.
Well, that too. But mostly to run different machines.
Ah, like water mill.
Exactly.
Anyway, back to this.
This map is all about themes, and the action the player does are meant to reflect what happens in the diary entries. The player needs to turn the valves in order to progress, but at the same time, things go bad every time this is done. The level gets darker, the sound of someone being trapped gets louder, and the water lurker seems to be coming closer. Everything tells the player not to turn the valves, yet it must be done. Something that reflects how Daniel feels in the diaries.
Yeah, well, you said there's no enemies here. If there is, there's this is to get me. So I asked you so. I can see all your hands about 2 quarters of 10.
The inspiration for this level came from me visiting the Basilica Cistern in Istanbul. Fun thing was that Jonas, the concept artist who drew the design, had also visited it the same summer, so he knew precisely what I was after. The fishes that can be found were also inspired by the real thing.
I hate water, I fucking hate water. Bullshit. That's Lord, man, sit down.
August 1839. There is no denying that Alexander puts a lot of faith into what I can only describe as magic. I'm not surprised. Even while traveling across Europe, I assumed I would have to embrace the supernatural to save my mind and life. As a novice, I do everything in my power to stay focused and not dwell too much on my own doubts. Alexander woke me up early and told me it was time we got started on our work. He was obviously excited to get going, and we headed downstairs to the old dungeon, where he preferred to attempt his rituals. It turns out that Alexander is a true Renaissance man, paralleled only by Da Vinci, I'm sure. He showed me several rooms fitted for specific research, such as anatomy studies, alchemy, and botany. The crown of Brennenburg must be the inner sanctum, a most hallowed ground where we shall attempt to permanently banish the orb's shadow.
What's this? Redirect to idea what's broken out. So it's down there. What was that?
8th of August, 1839. I could never be certain until today that I was on the right path. Using my orb, Alexander managed to channel its power unto us. The inner sanctum flared with blue, fiery light, and I could feel the same things I felt in the dark chamber in Algeria. It was like standing in a mad whirlpool of impressions. It was terrifying. But Alexander kept calm and wielded strange tools of science in order to tame the storm. Suddenly, the blue light was stained by strains of red, and the walls burst with pulsating tissue resonating with the scene.
Oops.
Alexander quickly covered the orb in some cloth, and the unspeakable thing vanished. Apparently, the orb's shadow is closer than Alexander thought. He said I should prepare for a warding ritual tomorrow. I'm not sure what he expects, but I have a bad feeling about this.
Bad feeling now. Oh, that heals me as well, that's cool. How did that hurt me? What's the chain? Which one is rocks?
August 1839. It is still early, and Alexander is busy preparing for the ritual later today. Seeing him this worked up makes me question why. What does he stand to gain? I realize he is curious about it all, but surely there must be more. Is he so foolish he will attempt to tame the power of the orb? I must admit that yesterday, when Alexander flooded the inner sanctum with blue light, I realized we had but graced the orb's true potential. This might turn out to be more than escaping a creeping shadow. It might be the beginning of something truly extraordinary.
Yeah, but why did you purposely make yourself forget? Thank God that's lovely. I have a fucking bad feeling now. No, it's not. I think I've done it now. Should have stopped that. Just said what the fuck. No, yeah. I'd send the new to finish the ritual before it was too late. You had to teach his friend to harvest the Vitae. That much was certain. Try it out here and I think I'll there. Yeah, I gotta find a way. Fail damage. Oh no, it's been drained. Sweet. That's not actually killing me, luckily, it's just making me cough. Find a vaccine to safely traverse the sewers. Right, I think I'll end it here then. I have no idea what else to do. Digging into a pit to find that. Birch. So, I need to find something, but I need to get up there from the looks of it. I think I'll just leave it here for now then. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe for more, and I think what I need to do is go back here, go to the left and see if I can fix the power to this. Thank you all for watching, and see you all in the next